Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about third lesson in 6th class, that is in 7th class, sorry. Okay, third lesson in 7th class. In this lesson, respiration in organisms present in your 7th class textbook. Okay, today we are going to discuss about first session. In this lesson, we have so many respirations present in the animals and the plants. And first of all, what is the air respire into our body and what is the air respire out of our body? Okay, do you know, students? Okay, think each and every kid knows that the oxygen gas will respire from outside to into our body through the nostrils, and the air which can respire outside, okay, through the nostril, again it is called as carbon dioxide. First of all, what is meant by respiration rate? First of all, you just know about respiration rate. Respiration rate nothing but the number of times we take breath in and out in 1 minute of time. It is called as respiration rate. That means taking breath in and releasing breathe out in 1 minute is called as respiration rate, students. For example, in 1 minute of time, how many times I breathe in? If you breathe air from out to the inward, it is called as breathe in. If you release air through the nostrils from the body into outside, it is called as breathe out. Okay, how many times you breathe in and you breathe out in how much of time? 1 minute. 1 minute time, in 1 minute time, how many times you breathe in and you breathe out, its number is denoted as respiration rate. Its number is denoted as respiration rate. Okay, then after, during exercises and running, the respiration rate will increases. The respiration rate will increases. How the respiration rate will increases? Okay, by taking fast breathing and fast outcome of the breath, number of times you breathe in and you breathe out in 1 minute time is increases. Okay, in commonly we breathe about 72 times. Okay, but in the running or exercise, we breathe more than that limit. So in that time, respiration rate will increases. Then during the respiration, what is the width of chest becomes. That means the chest is the present above the stomach region. This region is called as the region where it is present above to the stomach, it is called as chest region. Okay, in this region we can observe that during breathe in and breathe out there are changes in the width of size of the chest will increases or decreases. Okay, how can it different we can discuss here. Okay, first of all, in your home, okay, you just calm down and if you breathe in like that, what is the measurement you take? For example, take your friend or any of your brother, okay, beside to you, then take a tape, measuring tape. Then this, by using this measuring tape, you have to measure the chest region of the brother with tight measuring, with tight manner. Okay, you have to wrap the tape tightly and you can measure the size of the chest here, maybe it is a 12 centimeters. You think it is maybe 12 centimeters. Okay, if you ask the friend, you can breathe in, that means taking air into the nostril, you can breathe in, then just stop and stay like that. Okay, don't move friend, you just breathe in and stay like that. Then after you have to measure the size of the chest, you will detect that the size will increases, that means 14 centimeters. The size of the chest will increases during breathing time, that means taking of breath. Now after a while you say to your friend, just breathe out the air, just breathe out the air. This air comes from the nostril. After that you have to measure the size of the chest. Again it comes to 12 centimeters during breathe out time. How it takes place, students? How the chest size will increases or decreases? For example, to make it easy, I will showing a example. Take a balloon and if you blow air into balloon, what will happen, students? The balloon size will increases, the balloon becomes bulge, like that, is it clear? Bulge. Okay, then after if the air present in the balloon is relieved, then what will happen? The bulged balloon will comes to string and into same position. After releasing of air, the balloon size decreases. Okay, size decreases. In this case, we says that if air is filled up, the balloon becomes swollen or bulge. If air is loose, the air lost by the balloon, then after the balloon becomes like that and the size of the balloon decreases. As like the same way, As like the same way, inside our chest portion there are some organs are present. There are some organs are present. Those organs are called as lungs. Those organs are called as lungs. Lungs. Okay, lungs are present in our chest region. These lungs helpful for respiration. Lungs helpful for respiration in human beings. Lungs helpful for respiration in humans. Humans are nothing but mans. Okay, we are human beings. So at the same manner, lungs are present like that as the balloons. If the air is taken, the balloon size will increases. The balloon size will increases. If you breathe out the air, the size of the lungs remains to and retains its original size. If the air comes into the lungs become swollen. If the air come out from the lungs become shrink. That means the size of the lungs will decreases. So due to increasing the size of the lungs and decreasing the size of the lungs, our chest size increases and decreases while respiring. Respiring means taking breath and releasing breath. Okay, while respiring, this is about our lungs. Okay, then after I would like to explain about how much of air present inside the lungs. Nothing but how much of air we breathe. How much of air we breathe in 1 minute. In 1 minute we can do an experiment. To know the how much of air breathe in and breathe out in 1 minute of time. So here you just take a beaker or container having water. A beaker or container having water. Now keep a bottle. Okay, a bottle filled with the water completely. Okay, filled with the water completely. Now take this bottle and keep it inside the water of the container in invert position. Invert position means reverse position. Okay, keep this water bottle in invert position like that. Students, carefully listen students. In invert position, this is the water present in the container. Okay, now during the inversion of the bottle water, you just take care the bottle water doesn't have, the bottled water doesn't have any gas bubbles, okay. Inside the water of the bottle, we should maintain there is no gas bubbles in it, okay. There is no gas bubbles in it, and the water is filled inside the water bottle without any gas bubbles. And during the inversion also, we must take care about the bottle, okay, to avoid the formation of gas bubbles inside the water of the bottle. Now, what will you do? From this, we can connect a tube, okay, connect a tube like that. Now you have to breathe in and breathe out you up to 1 minute of time, you have to breathe here, you have to breathe out here, you have to breathe in here and you breathe out here from this tube. What will happen? Due to the release of gas, the gas enters the water bottle. Due to the gas, there is no space, so the water present in the bottle somewhat flows into the surrounding water that is present in the water beaker. This water, the water in this flows into the water beaker. The water in the bottle flows into the water beaker. So, if the water is lost, some space is present at top of the water bottle. Some space is present at the top of the water bottle. So, this space indicates that measure of breath during 1 minute of time. So, this is space, nothing but a gas is filled here. That's why the water present in this area will flows into the surrounding water, and this area is, okay, occupied by the breathe out air, So, to measure the how much of amount of gas here is equal to how much amount of water flows into the surrounding water. These are both are same. So, you just measure the water level in the water beaker. Okay, how much amount of water increased in the beaker, that is equal to how much amount of air or gas occupied here. Is it clear, students? How much amount of water level increased here is equal to how much amount of space occupied by the gas. This is the measurement of the breath in 1 minute of time. Okay. Now, respiration. Now, we want to speak about respiration and what are the terms related to the respiration. What are the terms related to the respiration? Okay, first of all, what is meant by respiration, students? Respiration means it is a process of inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation combinedly called as respiration. Okay, inhalation and exhalation is combinedly called as respiration. So, what is meant by inhalation and exhalation here? Inhalation is nothing but breathe, breathing, breathe in air. Breathe in air is called as inhalation. Exhalation means breathe out air. Breathe out air is called as exhalation. The process of taking breath into our body, it is called as inhalation. The process of release out of air from our nose is called as exhalation. So the process of taking air and the release of air, both are combinedly called as respiration. Both are combinedly called as respiration. So inhalation and exhalation are combinedly called as respiration. Okay. Then after, moist in breath. Moist in breath. Moist in breath. Okay. How can you say the breath having the moist? Okay. The inhaled air doesn't have any moist. Does not have any moist. Moist means nothing but water vapor. Moist means nothing but water vapor. Water vapor. Okay. Then exhaled air having moist. Okay. So during exhalation or breathe out of the air, along with the carbon dioxide, moist will also comes. Okay. So to observe that, you have to take a mirror. You have to take a mirror and you just wipe and clean the mirror surface. Clean the mirror surface. Now we have to blow. Okay, blow means, okay, just release the air from your mouth. Even though air comes from the mouth, that having the carbon dioxide, even though the air comes from the nose and that also having carbon dioxide. So if you can't blow air from your mouth, you can do from your nose also. You can blow air from your nostrils also. So here there is a mask like appearance. You can see a mask like appearance on the surface of mirror at the region of blowing of air. So this mask nothing but moist. Okay. So our exhaled air also having moist content along with the CO2. Okay. Inhalation air having oxygen. O2 means oxygen. CO2 means carbon dioxide. Why it is called as carbon dioxide? C for carbon, di for two, oxide means O. Okay, two O are present, so two means di, oxide means oxygens. Carbon dioxide. Okay, this is about respiration and inhalation and exhalation. Okay, what are the gases present in the inhalation is O2. What the gas is present in exhalation is CO2. Okay, moist present in exhaled air. Then discovery of gases. Discovery of oxygen gases and Discovery of carbon dioxide. First of all, we want to see discovery of carbon dioxide. Joseph Black, a scientist who did his experiments on limestone. Then this limestone is reacted with acid by heating limestone in the acid. It will release a gas. He named that gas as the fixed air. So in that time he observed that this fixed air has the characteristic feature of turning lime water. This is the lime water. Sunnapu theta. Lime water. If this fixed air allowed into the lime water, this lime water after that can converts into white color. That what type of white color? Milky white color. As like the milk, the lime water converts into milk colored solution. Okay, he did his experiments on heating the limestone in the acid. Then after what he observed that a gas is released here. That gas is named as fixed air. He named as fixed air. Now he allowed the fixed air into the lime water. In this lime water, this fixed air can turn the color of the lime water. So this lime water changes its color to milky white color. As like the milk is present in white color, at the same manner lime water also can convert its color. This is about discovery of CO2. Then discovery of oxygen. Discovery of oxygen. Discovery of oxygen was done by Joseph Priestley. Joseph Priestley, he is a scientist. He did experiments on mint plant. Mint plant means pudina. Okay, by using a bell jar, he did experiments. Okay, so this experiment done by the Joseph Priestley is also called as mint plant experiment. By using bell jar, this experiment also called as bell jar experiment. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about the complete information of the bell jar experiment. Students, thank you.